It's week 1 of the NFL, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Broncos and...
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there. And that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status of one of the league.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Judy. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaimed center stage. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game. Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. It's Eckler again. And they nearly swung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 43 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter, and he has been tremendous to start the new year. Running on first down, Eckler. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos are about set to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Wilson on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's brought down. They started on the ground with Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. These two teams all tied after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 66 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Eckler going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the jaw. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
Holding offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Herbert now. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Returnable here for Davis. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Well, they imposed their will on that last drive. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Guys, man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Wilson will throw again. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Out route complete to Dulcich. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, Wilson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Now Wilson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Ram.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now this throw caught left side. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On second down, Eckler. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, here's Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from him, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. A give to Williams, running right. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as it'll lead to third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now we're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go with Williams. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Just shy of the 30. Back to throw. Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And Eckler is going to pick up a Chargers first down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Eckler now between the tackles, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have on front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Give running right is Spiller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. On the give, this is Eckler. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Try to take this home, they'll run. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from a ways out. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here.